Hey guys, today I am going to give you the tutorial of a card routine that I performed a while ago. I think it was called Locating the Selection. So if you haven't seen the performance, click on the word bicycle. It will take you to the performance. And then come back and I'll show you how that trick is done. Alright, so hopefully you watched the the performance, sorry, and now are back for the tutorial. So what you're going to need is a shuffled pack of playing cards. You can have the spectator shuffle them and just make sure that they're satisfied. And then have them choose a card. Anyone they want, say they pick that one, and have them memorize it. It's okay if you see it. And then just say you're losing it in the pack, but secretly control it to the top. You can use any method you want. And then just give it some false cuts and shuffles just to make them think that it's really lost in the deck. Like this. And then after that, what you're going to do is the Braui reversal. I've used this move a lot in my past videos, so you should know it, but what you're going to do is get a break under their card, take half the bottom cards, place them on top, steal away above the break, and then place the bottom half below the break on top, and then cut down into the deck. So now all the spectator knows is that the deck is shuffled. They don't know that their card is reversed, but what you're going to do is just wave your hand over the deck, or snap, or do whatever you want, and spread the cards out, and one card will be face up, and it'll be their selection, the two of spades. Next, what you're going to do is maybe give it a couple more shuffles, and then again control their cards to the top. Use whatever method you want. Just make sure it gets onto the top of the deck. And then you're ready to start the second part of this routine. You're going to do another Braui reversal, like this. And then a natural break is going to form right where their card is. And to help get this natural break a bit easier, before the trick starts, get a bend in the cards. Just a small bend forward. And then their reversed card will show up more clearly. But what you're going to do is once you have that break, you're going to split the deck right there and flip this side face down. And as you're doing that, kind of casually flip this deck over. And it will look normal since this card is reversed. So now your setup is this. You've got one pack they know is face up, and then the other one they think is face down, but really one card is face down, their card. And then just shuffle them, but do this very small so that they can't see the pips going through and know that it's face up, and then cut the deck once. And then you can do this, I didn't do this in the performance, but what you can do is say, now I've got some cards face to back, then pick up at that card and say some cards back to back, and then more cards face to back. It just adds to the whole thing that they know that the cards are jumbled up. Then do that magical motion again, spread the cards out, and every card will be the same except for their card. At this point, the spectator is probably wondering, I bet this deck is rigged. There must be something weird with the deck. And at this point, you're going to slowly go through the deck and show that every card is normal. But what you're actually doing is looking for the soulmate of their selection. So in this case, you're going to be looking for the two of clubs. And once you find it, there are two ways that you can do this. You can either cull it, which means you pull it back, pull the card back and back and back, and keep spreading through the cards until it clears. I'll show you from this angle. And then once you get all the way through, just slide it back on top. Or you can just get, this is easier, you can just get a break as you spread through the cards, and then cut down to that break. And then shuffle the cards, keeping their card on the top, just so that they know or they think that all the cards are mixed, but really their soulmate is on the top. And then what you're going to do is put their card on top, cut down, and do some false cuts, just keeping those two cards on the top. And then for the third time, you're going to do another Browyer reversal. Only this time, when you're about to flip the bottom one over, you actually just hold on to it and do a Pharaoh shuffle. I'll show this exposed, but what you're going to have to do is get it at an angle where they can't see the back of the card. But what you're going to do is a Pharaoh shuffle, where their selected card winds up right below the top card right here, which is their soulmate. Right below there. And so then your situation is their soulmate and then their selected card. And then you're going to do a color change. I don't know the name for it, but there's a tutorial for it by a YouTube user. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but you can click on the link right on the deck, and he gives a tutorial for it. Okay, so hopefully you went and watched that tutorial. And what you're going to do is when you slide forward and cover the deck and you palm that card, you're actually going to place it somewhere back in the middle. But then you're going to keep it out jogged like this and show that as you're doing this, you can show that their card has appeared. And then when you slide it back in again, leave it out jogged and then kind of shake your hand and it looks like a card's appeared in the middle and it'll be their soulmate. And just to explain that every card has a soulmate so that they aren't confused. So yeah, that's basically the routine I came up with. Tell me what you think of it. Just leave a comment down below. Give me some feedback on what I should improve on or anything like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you in my next video.